We've done content all over Central Florida, a lot of Orange County, a lot of Lake County, and even Osceola County, because we've sold in 112 different zip codes, and yet more and more people are starting to push up north into the Seminole County area. Last week, I interviewed the city manager of Altamont Springs, and we were talking a lot about Seminole County and what's coming and why it might be the best county in Central Florida. So today we're gonna do a brief overview of Seminole County. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna try to sneak you into our newest listing over in Alaqua Lakes. But stay tuned as we discover Seminole County. We've done videos on Oviedo before, but this is our first time trying to tackle an entire county like Seminole County. We're in downtown Sanford right now, and if you haven't checked out the downtown area, it's like, it kind of feels a little coastal, historic, very similar to like maybe a Claremont and some of the other ones that we have done videos on in the past. You should absolutely come check this out and enjoy the beautiful view, but then also some of the mom and pop shops up and down the main street there. It's kind of interesting when you look around here. You've got the library, you've got the city hall, you've got the sheriff's office, you've got so many things, right? It feels very like old school America. And honestly, I'm kind of falling in love with the Sanford area. So where is Seminole County? We are just north of Orange County, and it's about a third the size of Orange County and a third of the size of Lake County. But there's a lot of really great cities packed into that one county. We're about 35 minutes away from downtown Orlando, about 35 minutes away from MCO Airport, and there's actually a regional airport here, Orlando Sanford. They've got a Allegiant Air there, so you can have a great regional airport if you need one. You're about 45 minutes away from Disney and about 50 minutes away from the coast. So let's dive into what cities actually make up Seminole County. Seminole County is comprised of 7 cities: Altamont Springs, Castleberry, Lake Mary, Longwood, Oviedo, Sanford, and Winter Springs. We talk about the mom and pop shops and small business owners, but it's actually really impressive the amount of companies that are choosing to relocate thousands of jobs to Seminole County. You've got Deloitte, you've got Verizon and AAA, you've got Bank of New York Mellon that relocated a ton of people, Chase Bank, you've got Concentrix, has 2,000 people that work for them. Not too long ago, I had a conversation with Frank Martz. He's the city manager for Altamont Springs, and we talked about the job creation that's happening not only in Altamont Springs, but in Seminole County. Take a look. So we're doing some research and another video in a few weeks around Seminole County. And I feel like you'd have an interesting take in terms of the difference between Seminole County and what they're doing, and maybe from the city level on up to the county versus, say, Orange or Osceola. Why do you feel like Seminole County is maybe a little bit different?
So I think there are a couple, obvious differences. One is just the geography is different. Seminole County is smaller than Orange County and much smaller than Osceola County. I think another significant difference is there are only 2 cities in Osceola County. There are a lot of cities in Orange County, but they're not all beside each other.
Sure.
In Seminole County, man, we're shoulder to shoulder. Okay, this is a county that's like a subway system at rush hour.
Yeah.
So we have to accommodate one another. So we have great relationships. The county commission, the county staff, the county manager, all of the managers meet frequently. We talk to one another frequently.
Go figure.
I know it's a crazy thing, right? And but the other part of it is the other, I think, very unique part of Seminole County is it was farther away from the influences of the attractions. Orange County, South Orange County, and Osceola County deeply impacted by the presence of Universal and Disney. And what that meant for their land use patterns and growth patterns. Mm-hmm. A lot of what Seminole County grew around was the conversion of itself from a bedroom community to more of a county with cities. Mm. And a lot of the people who moved into Altamont Springs, 40 and 50 years ago, 60 years ago, as I've gotten to know them, some of them came because of Disney. But a lot of them came because of the Space Coast worked. And so in getting to know some of our 80 and 90-year-old residents and learning their journey and how they find Altamont and why they stay in Altamont, it would start with, I was living in D.C. I grew up in the D.C. area, so I identify with that. And I got this great job at NASA, and so we moved down, and we didn't want to live on the coast, and And now, if you've grown up in D.C., an hour trip, that's
like no big deal.
That's no big deal.
Yeah.
So driving an hour over to the Space Coast, no big deal.
Sure.
And then you could drive back and you could have this really nice house on a third of an acre in the city that really was kind of sleepy at the time in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So I think Seminole County grew with different stimulus than Orange County and Osceola County grew. And we also have, inside of this small county, we have 7 cities, and we are shoulder to shoulder.
And you guys are crushing it. And you look at like a per capita thing and the amount of jobs that are all of a sudden relocating from some of those bigger cities to Seminole County. It's really impressive to see. And you're right. And almost none of them have to do with hospitality or tourism. It's tech. It's everything. It's banking. It's finance. So it's really cool to see. Oh, hey, by the way, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're putting out videos every single week about real estate, development, and big things happening here in Orlando. So let's talk about real estate here in Seminole County. When you compare it to, say, Orange County, where the average sales price is $425,000, adding in condos and townhomes and single-family properties, when you do the same thing in Seminole County, that number works out to be $420,000, so about 1% less here in Seminole County. But you've got a wide variety and some more established communities here in Seminole. You've got larger lot sizes and some beautiful gated communities, some of the most sought after here in Central Florida, those being Heathrow and Alaqua Lakes. In fact, we have a new listing over in Alaqua Lakes. Let me see if I can get you in there. Hey, you have a new listing in Alaqua Lakes, right?
Yeah, I do.
I want to get in the gates and sort of show off a little bit of the amenities and maybe see your listing. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do it today. I can get you through.
All right, sick. I'll see you soon. When I think about Seminole County, one thing I know about is that people live here are super proud of all the nature and outdoor things that you can do. To the west, you've got Wekiwa Springs that you can kayak to, and they've got the manatees that come up. And off to the east, you've got Lake Jessup Conservation. There's also the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. So there's just lots of stuff to do outside, on top of all the stuff that you'd find in more of a bedroom community. Retail, shopping, restaurants, and that kind of thing. Everything you would need. Really nice high-end stuff over in Heathrow, all the way down to Chick-fil-A.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do it.
What do people need to know about Alaqua Lakes?
Well, I think they need to know that it's one of the best neighborhoods in Seminole County. I love it here. Not only is it a beautiful neighborhood, and I feel like it kind of gives you that Kings Point vibe, but here in Seminole County.
How many homes is it?
So it's just over 500 homes, which is kind of surprising because it seems like it would be such a larger neighborhood, but that's why people love it too, because it's gated, it's a bit more quaint than some of those like massive master plan developments, and then it's just surrounded by trees.
These trees are insane. I mean, like they feel like they've been here a long time, but I mean, I guess the neighborhood has been here for a solid like 30 years?
Yeah, it was developed in the mid to late 90s, so you'll find a lot of the real estate's about that age. People are coming in and kind of giving them a modern spin, right? Doing lots of updating, bringing them back to life, and I think that's what is still drawing a lot of people here. Average price point in the neighborhood is going to be over $1 million, so it's still more than some of the other communities that you could look at if you were coming to Seminole County.
Nice. I noticed the golf course in here. Is that included?
So the golf course is part of the Legacy Club.
Okay.
If you move to the community, you're not required to be a member. A lot of people choose to be because it's the Heathrow Legacy Club and you get access to both courses. They're sister courses. It's really nice.
So I noticed there's some gated communities inside the gated community as well.
Yeah, there's different pockets in the neighborhood. That's the enclave, so it's going to be gated. There's the reserve at the front. The listing that we have that we're going to show you in a little bit is off of Park Grove. So there's a lot of different options, and really the differences that you're looking at is probably the size of the home and the size of the lot.
Got it. Is there an extra HOA to be back there, or is it all included?
Extra for the enclave, everything else is going to be the same as the rest of the community.
Cool. This amenity is gorgeous.
It's amazing. This is the pavilion at Alaqua Lake, so it is exclusive to the people that live here, and it has everything. I mean, I want to move here because it has so much to do.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Basketball court, beach volleyball court. They have brand new hard true tennis courts and pickleball courts.
Tennis or pickleball? Which one are you playing?
Tennis, but you know, I know a lot of people that are like die-hard
Love pickleball,
yeah. If I would have started chicken and pickle, like I would love pickleball because like that, they're geniuses. I wish I would have done that. But you also have this incredible pool. So fitness center, clubhouse pool, and again, this is dedicated for the residents. There's only 500 homes, so it's not like it gets swarmed by a lot of people all the time.
And how is this different to the Heathrow? What you said that you have dual access. Do you get access to this or just the golf course?
So this is for the community, but if you want to join the Legacy Club at Heathrow, there's a whole nother pool and recreation facility. There's 2 driving ranges, and then you get both of those golf courses. They also have different levels. If you're not a golfer, you could do a tennis membership, you could do a social membership. Just the events are super fun because they do a lot of adult only, but then they also do things like breakfast with Santa. They do kids night out where you can drop your kids off and then go have dinner at the restaurant, and they get to do crafts and things. So if it were me and I were moving to Seminole County, I think it would be fun to join because it's a good way to get integrated with the community and meet a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we hear. People are moving here for jobs and so many other things. How do I get plugged into the community? Feel like I'm not on an island?
Yeah.
That's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bree, I'm obsessed with this street. I mean, the trees and everything are gorgeous.
It's my favorite, and we're in a cul-de-sac. This is our newest listing. I'm excited to take you through. It's 3352 Park Grove Court, just over $1 million to be in this community.
How big is it?
It's 3,200 square feet, 4 bed, 4 bath with a loft, and you got to see the view.
Let's do it.
All right, come on inside.
Oh my gosh, I just love this view.
I know, isn't it so nice? We just talked about the golf course. So right behind the house, we're on the 16th hole. You also have water views of the pond. Aliquot Lakes is beautiful because it's all intertwined by conservation and wilderness. It's a Tom Fazio golf course. It's incredible back there.
It feels like old Florida with all of like the moss hanging mixed with the palm trees. It's very cool.
Well, and you'll see deer and bear back there like every day. So it's fun. You can sit on your porch and you can see golfers or you can see wildlife.
You want to check out the kitchen?
Yeah, let's do it. On the right, you have a full bathroom. That's the pool bath. So it goes right out to the lanai and brings us right into the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, there's so much natural light in here. There's windows all the way around. It's beautiful.
I know, I love them, and they all have plantation shutters. Ceilings are vaulted in this space, and then the kitchen was recently renovated. So white cabinetry, new quartz countertops. This is like my favorite place in the house.
Yeah, it feels really homey with the living and the breakfast nook, access to the lanai. This is a really great space.
Before I take you upstairs, let's go check out the primary. My favorite thing about the floor plan is that the primary is on the first floor. We have the other 3 bedrooms and loft upstairs.
Awesome.
All right, so we're in the primary suite. I love this space because it has the bay window, so it also looks out to the golf course and the water view. It's beautiful back there, and you have the tray ceiling.
And then just the bathroom tucked back there.
Yeah, you have dual walk-in closets, dual vanity sinks, soaker tub, nice size shower. It's a great space.
With the access to the pool right there, can we take a look?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Bree, I want a pool off my primary.
I know, I want one too, and that's a lot of why people love this neighborhood. Most homes do have a pool and a spa, but this one's a little bit more special because you have a great view from the back.
And the lot size is actually quite large. How big is this?
Just under half an acre here.
They don't make those anymore. Like,
No.
speaking of which, like, so the neighborhood was built in the late 90s, early 2000s, but this house doesn't really feel that old.
No, they've done a lot to make this home feel new in an established community. They've replaced all the flooring downstairs and upstairs, repainted the exterior, they redid the deck and rescreened the cage, and that's just extra stuff along with what they've done in the kitchen. So it's a really special house.
So you're getting the benefit of an older community with the newer feel of a house.
Yes, you get trees, right? You're not living in a concrete jungle.
That's right. Let's take a look upstairs.
Okay. All right, so over here you have the laundry room and you also have the door to the 3-car garage. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, let's do it. I am the greatest of all time.
Ken,
Yeah.
are you ready to get back to the tour?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a great layout.
Well, and it's really fun because you have this loft where you can play foosball. But up here you do have 2 huge bedrooms split with a bath. You also have a 3rd bedroom right by the staircase and another full bathroom over here. So this is like the perfect layout for kids. I would send all my kids up here.
Yeah, and this bedroom back here is massive. Like, it's like kind of secondary primary. It's huge.
Yeah, it is. I also joked you could turn it into a bunk room. Put everyone in that
All
one
those
space.
kids. That's awesome. What was this listed at again?
This home is just over $1 million to get into one of Seminole County's best communities.
So cool. So if you've enjoyed this house, make sure you look at the information below. And if you're looking to buy or sell a house anywhere in Central Florida, whether it's in Seminole County or otherwise, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. So reach out at theorlandoreal.com/YouTube to get started. We'll see you guys on the next video.